Welcome back to the WODprep podcast. I'm your host, CJ Palma, with the team of WODprep, Coach Savannah, Coach Nelson.
Hey guys.
What is up?
All right, let's get rocking and rolling. I need to continue doing my job. This, and we'll click this, maybe. Since I was just informed we don't have red anymore. That was crazy. I was like, what? Who knew?
I don't know.
All right.
Red is like a staple WODprep brand.
That's what I always thought, I guess.
For me.
It's not. Is it not live yet? Yes, it is.
I should have that.
50,000 opening.
I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Dude, the rumor mill's been hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Then I kind of feel like I don't know what, like I thought I knew what to plan for. And then I feel like with some rumors rolling around, now I feel like that kind of shook up my theories. And now I don't know what it's going to be.
I agree.
Which is good. Ideally, that's what you want,
more
right?
Exciting. Yeah, more exciting, a little more unknown.
Dude, Chase is looking yoked. Damn. Oh, wow, this is cool. Little circles over here. I like that.
26.3. Let's wrap up 26.2 and some of the top scores.
They're not talking about anything. This was crazy. Colin Bosshard's video. Also, this video was so clean, like impeccably clean, and really impressive. Just everything about how he moved, the cleanliness of his reps. Bill's dumbbell snatches were a little sus, but his muscle ups were great. Yeah, it was. Both the top scores were amazing. People are freaks.
Shout out Yonakoski, honestly, man. Still doing it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we're just not gonna show. Don't yell at me. The QR code is not gonna show while we're sharing the screen. It'll share after.
Adler right behind him as we look at the top three scores: 6:03, 6:09, and 6:10, which I think was just a few seconds faster than you.
I wonder, CJ, what's your thoughts on the guy who supposedly went faster but had his dumbbell too close to the rings?
You mean the guy that didn't submit the score? That's not signed up for the Open? The guy from
I didn't know.
No, he's not even signed up for the Open. No.
Then I think the answer is no thoughts.
Yeah. No thoughts.
For sure.
Nothing. Not even a little bit. What are we doing? Oh, come on. We'll figure it out. Dude, that name is, her name is always wild. Elena Karatala Sanahuya.
And then finally in third,
all right. All right, what do we think it's going to be? I like that. What's happening here?
So here are your top three scores.
Well,
I don't think it's a repeat.
What?
I don't think it's a repeat.
Okay.
I'm thinking dumbbell, or I'm thinking a barbell and burpees and dubs.
A barbell and burpees and dubs. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's what I called initially, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Wodapalooza and double unders," because they have like 3 double under workouts. I'm like, they're not going to influence it, but I feel like he would have removed them, or like something would have changed. But Dylan could also make a change right now too. He could be like, "All right, here's the workout, and these 3 workouts change." You know what I mean? Like, who's to say that?
Right.
He won't do that?
I mean, they're also expecting inclement weather, right? So I mean, you could always move stuff around.
Right. They always expect inclement weather.
I think it was looking especially bad. Like
Yeah, it's like every day.
Yeah, it looks better. It looks better.
Looks
now.
like a normal Florida, and I was like, I don't know. I lived in Florida my whole life, and I was like, this one looks a little much. What do we got? All right, power cleans and burpees. 20.1. 20.1 was my first guess.
Out of all the repeats, I feel like that's the one. Either that or like 22.2. But honestly, I think 20.1.
Someone sent me 13.1 like an hour ago. I just can't see them having weight changes on the barbell. But I saw the lane set up, and there's like 80 lanes, and so there's 4 barbells, so it could be 20 lanes running bang, 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 right? I'm fine with either, but these were my 2. But it's just so strange to not have a thruster or knee flexion. So like we've either had, like 23 doesn't count because it wasn't Dave. But I mean, besides 20.5, like it's been a thruster every year besides 23. So it just would be so strange to like not assuming we don't have one, then I guess everything is on the table. I definitely don't think it's 22.2 just because of the rep structure, right? Like to have another pyramid would be really weird, right? And then the time frame of it is still almost identical to last week. And so I just don't 13.1. It's already been or what's 13.1? Yeah, 13.1. The snatch ascending. I don't know.
If you were just
Maybe
going
that
to take
one.
a guess at the time
Uh-oh.
domain, taking into consideration last week and week 1, what do you think that like what would make that the most balanced?
13.1 because it's long.
17 minutes, isn't it?
17 minutes.
Yeah.
Damn wrap.
I think that might have been my first open workout.
I started in May.
I PR'd my snatch that workout.
Probably at
75 pounds.
At 75? Oh, nice. I was going to say 100.
No, it's 75. I had never tried it before. That was fun. That was fun times. Oh, man. I think I started CrossFit in 2012 in the winter. So I had been doing CrossFit for like 3 months or something.
Yeah, we're
like
live, right? Like on YouTube. I just got a message that says we're not live. We are live, right? I mean, you guys got here. CrossFit, what do you think it is? Since you for sure know. Well, I know you're. Yeah. 160 over and over. Ha. We're live. All right, cool. I don't know. I hate assuming that the lunge is considered a squat. Is just always like a. It's like saying a dumbbell snatch is the same as a barbell snatch, and it's just like it's not. It's just not even a little bit. And so I yeah, I do agree there's been a lot of knee flexion, so to see thrusters again would be kind of silly.
Insane.
But maybe Dave is just programming directly against Mason Startup's video. I'm like, aha, we can do it. We can still program knee flexion.
All right, what are they doing
we
with
go.
the announcement?
Oh, sorry, Nelson.
Start with 12 bar-facing burpees.
All good.
Okay, so it's not a repeat.
Then, with a 65-pound barbell
New
for
workout.
the women and a 95-pound barbell for the men, you will do 12 cleans.
Hell yeah.
Next, you will do 12 bar-facing burpees. You will do 2 rounds of that.
12 and 12.
Once you finish the 2 rounds,
I need to write this shit down now. Oh, adding weights?
She goes, what?
We're adding weight.
2 rounds of 12 and 12.
correct. Once you finish
Right.
the 2 rounds, you will add weight to the barbell to make it 75 for the women and 115 for the men. Then you will do 2 rounds of 12 bar facing burpees, 12 cleans, 12 bar facing burpees. Then you will add weight 1 more time,
Oh,
and the bar will be 85 pounds for the women, 135 for the men, and you will do 12 bar facing burpees,
wow.
12 cleans, and 12 bar facing burpees.
It's going to hurt. It's not that long, though.
But
Is that
I was
you
gonna
guys
say, there's
don't
no way
listen
it's
to
done.
that. You know that's not right.
Did everyone hear
You
it?
know that's
Okay.
not complete. You know something is missing. Something is clearly missing
Clean
from
and
what I just laid out. 26.3 is 12 bar facing burpees, 12 cleans, starting with 65 for the women, 95 for the men, 12 bar facing burpees, and then 12 thrusters. 2 rounds of that. The bar then increases weight, 75 for the women,
I'm so
Okay.
confused.
115 for
God
the
damn
men.
I think
Dave,
it
I don't
goes-
understand what you're
So
So you
fucking
do
rounds.
saying.
thrusters only
12
one
bar
time at the
facing
end of the
burpees,
2 rounds?
12 cleans, 12 bar facing not bar facing, just bar burpees.
Oh, just
not bar facing.
that's a huge deal.
And
Write
then
that down. It's
you
not
do
bar facing.
12
Okay. Yeah.
thrusters. Then
What were
2
the
rounds
burpees?
of bar
Okay.
burpees with
So it's still
95
2-2-2,
or 85 for the
but it
women,
ends with every second
135
round
for
is
the men,
thrusters.
12 burpees and 12
Okay.
thrusters.
You
Okay,
end,
so
That does
it's
make it
12
longer.
burpees, 12
you end
cleans,
the
12
2 rounds with one set of 12
Has-
thrusters.
Yeah, so
a
it's just
16-minute
it's a
time cap and is for time.
what was the time cap?
Thank you to
16.
all the CrossFit
Interesting.
affiliates, all the
16? That's a
CrossFit
long
trainers,
time cap.
all the CrossFit
Yeah.
community.
Okay, so it's a little bit
for
heavier with
putting on a
thruster.
great
All right,
open
so
this season
12
and for
burpees, 12
everything you
cleans,
guys
12
do.
burpees, 12
You guys
thrusters.
are
Increase weight,
changing
12,
the world.
12,
Yeah.
Thank
12
you.
cleans.
Those three
Good luck,
rounds
and
of
I will
that.
Got it.
see you on the
Three
leaderboard.
sets
Okay.
of that.
So 6 rounds. So it's not
Yeah,
that
6
much
rounds.
volume. So 72 burpees, 36 cleans, ascending,
Let's take a
36
look at it.
thrusters.
So if you guys want to see it
Ascending.
here, it's 2
Nelson,
rounds,
I'm
12
just gonna
bar-
fucking tell
burpees
you
over
right
the
now.
bar. You can do the
If you
lateral
put
or
that
facing.
thruster bar down in the
12
last set,
cleans, 12 burpees,
I'm
12
gonna
thrusters.
fly
Do that twice.
to wherever it is that
Then
you
it's up
live
to you
and break it
as to
over
when
your
you
back.
want to change the weight. You have
Alright.
to do it
The bar.
Good to
yourself.
know. We're gonna go real slow
Wait
leading
a
up to
second,
it.
what's the
Very
background?
God.
What is the background
If you
here?
want to do that
What is
immediately,
just-
Nelson's MO?
I'm not great
Or
at
you just
thrusters.
won't
that's
make
it,
him?
burpees,
It's
that's
only 12.
but you have to
Yeah.
change your own weight.
Yeah, it's only 12, and it's only 12 one
Oh, you have to
time.
change your own
Two
weight.
rounds set at the
36
new weight.
thrusters.
So burpees,
Okay, so you have to
cleans,
change your own
burpees,
weights.
I'm just trying to
thrusters,
listen to Boz go over the
second
rules.
time through, and then you change your weights one more time for the final 2 rounds.
Okay.
Does the flow of that make sense?
All right. You have to change your own weights. Super important. Practicing changing weights is a real big deal, by the way. Real big deal. Because it's not an easy thing to do. It is, you are only, especially for the guys. Actually, changing weights for the guys on this might even be more challenging. If you're not just going to slide 10s on.
Don't
I guess
make
slide
these
10s
guys
on
call
every
you. We
time.
don't want to do that.
No, you can slide 10s on every time, right? 'Cause it's
Yeah, I
just
guess so. 15,
25, 10,
135, yep. All right,
Yeah.
score sheet is up.
It's just 2 5s on.
All right, is Ben coming on this?
That's all you got to do. Any questions, Danielle, Ariel, Olivia? All right, meet your judges. Let's do it.
All right. What do we think, guys?
I don't know, man. I mean, like, this is just a sprint, is it not for them? I mean, like, this is a pure sprint.
I mean, they're going to go. So they're
Broken
only
on
doing
every bar.
12.
Yeah.
Larry, get
36
over it,
of
dude.
each.
Larry, I think you just need to stop worrying about it being heavy and maybe just get more fit. All right. It's not bar facing. Super important. Okay. Not that that makes it any easier. But this is probably like a
faster.
touch and go for the top. People
Yeah,
are going to
for-
go
yeah.
unbroken on the whole workout.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But if it wasn't, if it was just cleans the whole way through, I don't think they would. They would for sure have broken it up then.
Right.
And at least in the last round.
I mean, the difference
And
between
so
36
let's talk
and
about the
72
top and then
cleans.
walk it back down. So, I mean, you have to burpee at a pace that allows you to touch and go some cleans for a lot of people, especially at the top, or people that are trying to be competitive. I think this is kind of like a, yeah, Lido, it's unbroken for you for sure. All right, here we go. There we go. Now we're seeing it. Okay, 2 rounds, cleans thrusters. Cool. It should have been clean snatches, or snatch clean. That would have been cool. Just don't know if we needed a thruster. 16 minutes is a really long time, but I guess it's 6 rounds, and this is going to take a while. So this is also written. Wait, this is written different.
Yeah. The thrusters are every round. Is that what you're saying?
No,
Here.
no. This is written as
Oh.
burpee clean, burpee thruster, burpee clean, burpee thruster. Then
Oh, that's a lot different.
now it's double. So we're talking like 144
44,
burpees and not
yeah.
72 burpees.
Okay, that's totally different. He did not explain that one.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He explained
Yeah, I
it
mean, that
terribly.
completely changes the plan then.
Everyone, okay. So here, let's. We have 173 people watching. So it's 144. Okay, so it's written like this. That is not what Dave said. Dave said it as
Right.
like 12, 12, 12. So basically just straight through, not 2 rounds. Okay, totally different workout. Not unbroken anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, even for the best, I don't know if anyone's going to be able to go unbroken.
No.
The whole way through. Whoa, man. Bro,
Lateral burpees makes this so much nicer for the affiliate too.
for the affiliate. Well, I mean, it makes it pretty nice for
Like space
WODpalooza too.
setup. Yeah, that too. Yeah.
No, no. So you could do 12. So here we go. We're gonna walk over it. I don't think so. He did, Kyle. I don't think you explained that worth of shit.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
2 rounds. So we're gonna do 12 burpees, 12 cleans at 95.65.
You did not explain it. It was the
12
worst.
burpees, 12 thrusters, and then we're gonna go back through and do it again. I was wondering. I was like 16 minutes. I was like, this is really long. Why is this 16 minutes? 2 rounds of 2 couplets times 3. There we go. This is legit like me writing a program and putting it to somebody with it like this. Like this is how it comes out, but like when I write it, that's what it sounds like. Like, oh,
I
have
think
no
I
idea what
might
to
not
do
have
with
understood how you comprehended it, but I comprehended it with a second set of cleans before the thrusters. I don't know.
All right, here we go. Well, we got it. Sorry,
Okay,
guys. All right,
everybody. Now it's better when we look at it.
We can
It's
do
better
it.
when- It's better
We
when
can
you
do
read
this.
it.
all right.
Are going to do when it comes
Holy
to
smokes. I mean, this is, I mean, it's in everything. 144 barbell reps. So we're looking at 72 thrusters, 72 cleans, and 144 burpees. So it's a ton. Lido, you know, honestly, like it might, I know you can't do, I was going to say it might be worth like just moving up 2.5s the whole way because of the time it takes to go 2 or like a 2 and a 0.25 or a 1.5 and a 0.2 or whatever it is. Like it might have been worth to like go up a little bit. Yeah. Thank you. See? All right.
I did. I got that part.
You got that it was 6 rounds of all of that? Oh, really? I didn't get that. I missed that completely.
But I thought it was burpees, cleans twice, then 1 set of thrusters. So mine is like a totally different thing altogether.
Here we go. All right, so we'll just like here, Savannah, so we can like give Ben a bunch of notes.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So one thing that we're going to see pretty much everyone do is step up with that lateral foot. That outside foot is going to step up so that inside foot can kind of, your body is leaning. So you basically, everyone needs to jump back as usual, step up with the lateral foot. Best part about a lateral burpee is you don't have to step up very far. Okay, so you want to be a little bit forward to that bar so that you can only step up a little bit, right? Step up with the lateral foot, that second foot comes in, and then it's just a nice lean and hop over the bar. Okay, let's make sure that, you know, when this is done, we'll look at the standard. I mean, I don't know if are they pacing it that much? 12 and 12 in under a minute. I mean, they're going to go unbroken pretty much. I think they'll go unbroken for the first, probably all of it. I mean, especially for females, dude, not going unbroken at 75 pounds is just super, it's so wonky. With that bar is just going to bounce everywhere. Guys is different. Guys are going to be, I think slower on this workout. Burpees will be faster, but I think the barbell work will be so much slower for the men. No, absolutely not. There will be no.
Yeah, so
not a lot of
tough.
finish. So we're assuming that they're going to hold somewhere within 10% of this first set, right? And so they have 5 more after this. I mean, even at this pace, she's at 12 minutes, right? Like this is like slower than a 12-minute pace. Thank you. Tiebreak is after each set of thrusters. They turned around. Did they make them turn around? No. So they're staying really low to the ground, right? I only suggest this if you feel very comfortable kind of breathing in that position, right? It's definitely faster, but it might not always be the best if you're kind of sucking wind. It's definitely better to keep moving versus lying on the ground. So standing up in the middle of every rep can also be very beneficial for you as an athlete.
And I think that Danielle is doing the burpee technique that you exactly explained.
I think all 3 of them are. I think they're all stepping up with a lateral foot. She's just staying maybe a little bit lower than everyone else. So a couple ways, a couple things to think about too. So you're going to see a lot of them, like Ariel. I'm just going to rewind this for a second so we can see. Ariel's doing sort of like a scoop under. So she doesn't really extend her knees. She just sort of pulls with her arms, right? Kind of saving her legs for the thrusters and maybe for the heavier, a little bit heavier of a barbell later. So she's not over exaggerating hip extension and triple extension and then dropping back under it, which I think is really important here when there's so many knee flexion repetitions for the thruster and the burpee. So if you can avoid going into triple extension and then rebending at the knee to catch the bar, I think that can be really beneficial for you as an athlete as well. Danielle is muscle cleaning. I think that's another option too. Again, these are all ways to save the legs. If you struggle with pressing components in your burpee, I don't suggest muscle cleaning, right? So like, I think this is a very athlete dependent sort of feel as far as like what style of clean you're going to do. You know, this, I think this, the biggest one of this is like, do you go singles and when do you go singles? You know, this one's really tough, right? Because if it was just all at 95, 135, it'd be singles the whole way, right? Like no one would really, like, except maybe the very, very best. Pain Center 12. What a wicked YouTube profile name. Handle. No, it'll be lighter for sure.
55 plus weights look like 55, 75, 65, 95, 75, 115.
That was funny. It's Savannah.
Yeah.
It's Savannah's got a loud type.
Really interesting, just considering the amount of cleaning, not necessarily for volume, but I mean, like Wodapalooza has cleans in its competition. Like it's gonna be a lot on the back to do that and then turn around and do like aggressive echo bike into a heavy cleaning jerk.
Oh, just like for the competition?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
There's a lot of volume.
Yeah, it's a ton of volume. They'll be all right. I don't care about them. I don't want to talk about them. We'll talk about that tomorrow morning on the show. So Olivia is kind of muscle cleaning, but still making a contact better than
Thank you, Lupe.
Whose phone was dinging? Is that mine? Dude,
No, that was your Zoom call.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
16 minutes is the time cap. If you go back to Olivia, she's kind of muscle cleaning with some contact. You can see Danielle switch to a normal power clean here. Very loopy, right? Like this is definitely not a workout where you need to have your best power clean technique. It's basically what's going to save probably your back the most, right? I think this is going to be a lot of back for a lot of people. So I like a muscle clean kind of long into this workout if you have that capability. It's just so much faster. It saves the legs, but it's so athlete dependent. It's hard to really define. I think it's just what feels the best, right? I think what will really push inside of WODprep is like go over all of the styles, like a traditional power clean, a muscle clean, like a scoop under, or sort of a kind of like a like a hybrid between those two, and you just got to kind of feel what feels comfortable for you. Yeah, low and so changing the weight. This is how I always suggest everybody to change the weight, right? Is you do half of the weight and then you move away from the implement and then you do the other half of the barbell and then you pick it up, right? Also, it's better, in my opinion, to not just stay bent over that whole time, you know, because like, you know, I have to bend over and move the weight and those kind of things. And so I think that gets very cumbersome and probably taxing on the back. So I always like to do a half and half. In general, it's what I usually always suggest. Guys, this is a lot of burpees. They are, oh, she's not stepping up anymore. She's stepping down though, which is very strange. I don't suggest doing that. It's never something that I think is a good idea. Her back, I think didn't her back blow up at Rogue? No, at, yeah, Rogue would have been the last competition, or maybe WFP. So I don't even know who's in the lead. Is Olivia in the lead? I think so. No, so as long as, so I'm assuming, I mean, Boz is right there. So, dude, that dude was, that is a Miami guy if you ever saw one. All right. Ariel's no rep, or Danielle's no reps. No, I think the standard, I haven't looked at it yet, but the standard has been as long as both feet are in the air at the same time, it doesn't matter at all. So, yeah. So it's just getting close, right? Basically, that front foot or that cross foot probably got to the ground before she lifted her second foot. So, yeah, 2 foot takeoff not required, which is fine. I mean, it's sloppy. I mean, to be honest, if we're gonna let them do it like this, I think we should just let people step over and maybe they can go a little faster. You know what I mean? Like at this point, because we're not like, it's not a jump, it's just it's like a skip. And so, oh, Ben texted.
Now Kerstetter has one final set of thrusters at this weight before she's into.
All right, let's see. What percent are we going singles? I mean, I think if you can't do 10 or 12 unbroken power cleans, like
Yeah, I think at that weight, that's a good call.
moderately easy fresh, then you should do singles. I don't know if it's if you let people, yeah, that's true. Yeah, Ariel's back is blowing up for sure. That's fair. Boring workout to watch. 100% Euro step. True.
Basically hero stepping, I like that.
So hard to give a percentage. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at 135, I'm for sure going singles with some thrusters. Yeah. I mean, for the power cleans, I mean, I'm going, but you know, my max power clean wasn't over, so it's probably like 50%.
I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I don't think percentages to one rep necessarily play a role here. I think that like. I think most people, you can get really good scores, I think, still hitting singles at 135, 90.
I'm saying like 99% of everyone is singles on the last bar.
Yeah,
I agree.
Second bar, I think you can definitely get away with,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, those thrusters at 115.75 is going to be a lot going into that last round.
All right. So, dude, what a grind. So, do we know who's in the lead? Is it Olivia? It's got to be Olivia. I feel like she's the only one that's been moving the whole time.
Yeah.
Those elbows getting through. Aerobic capacity on singles. Ooh, I can turn this workout aerobic. If I can turn this workout aerobic, I'm gonna do pretty good. I'm assuming it's got to be the same bar, because they had to change their own weights. They would have had 3 bars out there if you could have different bars. Dude, yeah, that first 135 is going to punch you in the mouth. Also, they just got there, right? I just want to make this clear.
You cannot use more than one barbell during the workout.
This is, I mean, Olivia just started her last round, right? So is she in round 1? Or is she in round 2 of the last barbell?
She was known as the quote strong girl, and then it was the question of can she.
The workout has 288 reps.
Okay, so she still has a whole nother round to go after she does those thrusters.
Yeah, that thrusters will get her to 240, and then she'll have one more round.
Okay, so which means she's probably not going to get to that round or finish that round until like 13:30, 14 minutes. So she's arguably like the best barbell cycler on the female side of the field in general. I know it's long, so people will beat her for sure. But guys, there ain't no one finishing this workout. I mean, we're talking less than, maybe not less than the first workout, but it's a low number. It's the top 1% for sure. Colton will smash it. Without a doubt.
for second place.
Things can change in a hurry, not just the volume accumulation over the course of these 3 sets. We said earlier, it's 144 total. Bar facing or bar.
I mean, I don't know.
bar.
I said people are gonna finish. I didn't say he wasn't gonna finish.
Cleans and thrusters, increasing weight along with that.
Let's see. I don't know. Tell Ben it's probably 60%.
Speed limit is going to get you there. First setter now into round 2.
What do we send me? Yeah, I mean, kind of thinking about this. I mean, if you're someone who like is doing this and not relating to one rep clean, I mean, like, is singles from the jump a good way to go about it? I mean, I think that.
It's just like, what's the percent? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it. I mean, it's because it's so much about back fatigue, right? Like it's and burpee fatigue. Like there are people that are super strong that will get annihilated.
I mean, it's probably 55 to 60%. And that's only because that person probably just isn't that strong in general.
Right.
Why do you think this workout's disappointing? I don't think this is disappointing. Oh, you're a weightlifter. That's why. That's why you think it's disappointing. Which is fine. I think it's a great workout. I mean, it's going to be one of the most painful workouts we've ever done, right? Long barbell grinding workout. So she's on the last round. I mean, God, she's barely. The other two girls are going to get capped.
Yeah.
We're not going to make it.
I'm very impressed to see what she's been doing so far here for 26.3.
She's got 5 reps remaining here on the second.
What do you mean? I mean, I don't think there should have been thrusters, right? But I mean, this is a grind.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's going to finish. She still has 24 burpees and 12 thrusters. I don't think she's going to finish. This is worse than 16.5. 16.5 volume was just substantially less. I mean, like you have almost the same amount of. Well, you have. Oh, it has to be worse by definition because
16.5 was so bad.
60 more thrusters, right? And or you have what 12 less thrusters, but they're ascending weight.
Yeah.
She's not gonna finish.
I
She's
was
not gonna
like
finish.
drooling during 16.5. That was a terrible workout for me.
She ain't gonna finish.
Man, that was a long time ago.
Oh my God.
Final 5 burpees.
I mean, if she goes unbroken, she can finish.
No, she can't. Oh, she just has thrusters. That's right. Burpees start it.
And you don't want to pick it up.
Or do they finish it?
Yeah, she's cooked.
Do they
Here we go.
start or
Let's see
finish
it.
it? Is it burpees first and then cleans? Yeah. So I guess she can't finish. All right. It's gonna be close though.
10 reps.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. Third fittest woman in the world didn't finish the workout.
Continue to battle for second place.
You know what?
And that's going to do it. Olivia
Did she finish? Was she 1 rep short?
She had three reps,
Three?
I think.
Oh my God. Ugh. Yo. I mean this might be the. I mean, they're outside though. Okay, why does this keep happening? Oh, that's fine.
I think that's something we can all relate to right there. Just
Um,
just trying to recover.
And I feel like Olivia's like
I think we start to reevaluate.
one of the girls to beat in this one anyway, right? I mean, yeah, she is outside.
I mean, it's
I
outside.
mean, like,
This is
right up
rough.
her alley.
Can I
Um,
get a celebrity guest just to do this event for me?
3 workouts that most cannot finish. I think that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. That's a great point to make. But I'm 100% okay with that. I think that is an amazing thing to do. I mean, we're talking about, I think that's like that was the whole point of the Open, but it's all accessible. Dave did a great job. Like every one of these workouts was accessible to start by everybody.
Yeah.
75th. I don't think 70. I don't know. I feel like I have to do the workout to really.
It's a lot of
to really
math.
see.
Yeah.
I mean, how many reps did they get? I mean, these 2 girls barely got into the 135 barbell.
And when it was all said and done, Olivia
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean,
reps shy of finishing
Yeah, it's 3 RAM reps for most. More or less people. Based on that, I don't know. I mean, there's just some the problem with this is there's just some monsters out there that can just cycle light barbells, right? I think more so than can do 284 wall balls. So
on the competition floor. Olivia, you are young.
I don't know. Let's hear. I want to hear the.
Successful. When and how did you learn to trust yourself as an athlete in this sport?
I mean, we didn't really have much time to think on that, which is probably good for me because I had no doubts or strategy really in my mind. I just had to go and see what my fitness could do.
Danielle, I've noticed a bigger smile than I've seen in a while. You're glowing. What are you focusing on with your coach this season?
Oh man, we're working really hard in the off season, and shout out
JD Fit asking a good question. I feel like, I mean, Rafa's a really fit dude, but I mean, like,
There's
that's
no
a
way to
wild,
finish
that's
it.
an aggressive time cap. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe that's. I mean, maybe he just went into it
Yeah.
this year with that in mind, right?
I mean,
Of
it could
like-
be the idea of like he's in the last bar, like, you know, he got to the last thrusters or he's in the last set of burpees. Like, you can buffer a minute.
Right.
I think I would pace it a little different. I got excited going against the famous PB and Olivia Kerstetter, but in this moment, that's all I had, so I'm proud of it.
Not so stinky today. Great job, ladies. Well, we're going to hang out here and recover for a little bit longer. Chase, this one's going to hurt.
Listen, I usually am on Team Redo, but after
Oh yeah. Also, no leaks. Hell yeah, which is so awesome.
Yeah, it's a huge
I don't think
point,
it's a
man.
thruster.
That's so much
I don't
better.
think. I think this is wrong. I actually think the thrusters are like the least.
Yeah, easiest part of it.
I don't want to
in
say
terms
it's easiest, but they're substantially the lowest amount of time in the entire
Yeah.
workout, right? Like
Right.
by a lot. And so I don't think I really don't think it's that's the crux
I mean,
of the workout.
personally, I think outside of the 1 rep max thruster, this is probably the easiest variation of like thrusters that we've gotten out of all the open workouts with thrusters. Doesn't make the workout any less hard. It's a really hard workout. But I
Right.
mean, I think that, you know, just from the means of like, you know, like if you can be smart on the thrusters, like, you know, it's going to be a lot better on the back than the cleans and the burpees.
They're the same amount of reps, but they're not the same amount of time, especially if you're going to singles.
Yeah.
Right. Even if you are cycling them touch and go, it's the same if you're doing touch and go. So I think Colton smashes it for sure. I mean, he
Yeah,
goes
I mean-
unbroken late into that workout. I think the girls, I mean, Colton for sure won the open. And yeah, it's not a doubt. I think Lucy's going to be able to win the open too. I can't see Miriam. Miriam might win the
Yeah.
workout, but I can't see Lucy getting worse than, like worse than 10th. I think she has a 10-point gap. All right. Where's my screen? You guys can't hear that, right? It's just on my screen.
You're
I
good.
can't
Yeah.
hear anything.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know where it is. There it is. It was just like talking. Would I advise wearing knee sleeves? Man, I struggle with the knee sleeve thing, especially this, the amount of volume.
Yeah, I feel like it would just bother me on the burpees more than anything else.
There's just like I look at knee sleeves as a constriction, and so when I have a lot of volume and I want to try and keep something aerobic, then I'm not wearing knee sleeves. But I mean, I'm not wearing them for
Regular training.
regular training at
Yeah.
all. Like I'm only wearing them like on a lift. I'm never wearing them in like mixed. I lied. I'll wear them on lunging because I don't want to smash my knee into the ground. But any type of high squat volume, I don't like to wear them. You know, like everyone's like, oh, I wear them for the balance. I'm like, okay, but my legs blow up. And so if you're prone to having quads kind of light up, then I definitely don't suggest that it's a good play there. Here's a good question. What if you're top 5% and decently strong at the barbell? So this is where
From the
you
beginning, like,
don't, yeah, I mean, you don't slow down a pace. You use the barbell to recover, because if
Yeah.
you're strong at the barbell, you use that's where you pace, and you basically, you don't push the pace anywhere, right? You use the barbell to recover, because theoretically, if it's your strong point, you use your strong point to prepare for your weak point, right? So you take your strong of like where if you were trying to push it, you drop that pace down to something comfortable, which would in theory be equi with maybe like someone not as strong at the barbell with you. So you're not losing any time there, but you're hopefully recovering enough to be able to sustain the burpee, right? So that's the general gist. You use your strengths to prepare for your weaknesses. All right. How do we keep the low back from blowing up? A couple things, right? Is singles for sure from the start, and not taking time to grab the barbell. Like you have to be able to grip and rip. So because you have to bend over and pick up the bar if you're doing singles 72 times. So if you, hey, Colton's here. If you take time to get your grip, you go in, you find it, you get the hook grip, you set your hips really hard, and then you pull, then your back is, you're going to be bent over for even longer, right? You can even go to a knee when you're changing your plates. Okay. Also something to consider, right? If you're trying to just find just a little bit of offload, you know, and no time under tension in the clean, right? So it's singles quick, and pick up the bar quick, right? Don't hang out with the bar on your shoulders. Don't hang out with tension in your setup position or approaching the bar. And so that's the gist. That's like how I would generally approach it for pretty much any athlete.
I think for like, you know, with the 95 and 115 and respectively like 65, 75, I feel like if you are like, you know, you're someone who can really rock a clean though, and that is a big strength for you, I think still maybe not going singles, but like having a break in there is like I think a pretty good idea. It's like a quick like 6-6 or like 7-5, like take a breath and keep the heart rate down. Because I mean, the minute the grip goes too, I mean, it's not a grippy workout, but like, you know, it's just gonna like spike the heart rate even more, right? So I mean, I think like a quick break at 6 on the cleans is a pretty good idea too, if you're not planning on doing singles. I think there is like, CJ, do you want to talk about maybe like what that line is? Because I do think there is a line where like you could push past singles, but probably not do it unbroken for those early bars.
Yeah, I think
like a few small sets.
Yeah, I think anything under, like, I don't think threes are the way to go. I think it's 4 or 6, right? Or like it's either 3 or 2 sets, right? Anything more than that, the bar is going to bounce. You're still going to settle. That rest is still going to get longer. So if like you're considering it, it's 7-5 or it's like 5-4-3, and even then, it's probably only if you're considering that and not just unbroken, it's only the first bar, and then you probably should be in singles the last bar, right? Or the second bar. Everyone should be in singles in the last bar,
right?
In my opinion. And basically you can just kind of like work backwards. So everyone's in singles at 135.95. Are you going to be in singles at 115.75? If the answer is maybe there, okay, let's go back to 95.65. Are you going to be unbroken? And if you're not going to be unbroken there, then you're probably not going to be unbroken or even close to there at 75. And you're already going to be, you know, what is it? 96 repetitions in to pick up that bar. Well, technically 108 repetitions in when you pick up the bar to start the third round or the first chunk of the second round. Then your singles in the second bar, right? Like you like, I don't think there's really anything in between there. I think it's still just as fast. Now, if you have no dead stop plates, that's also something to consider. Like if you
I was going to bring that up.
Really bouncy crumb plates, you have to know your like your setup, right? I think that's a really big deal and a really important thing to think about. If you have an option to like sling over to the weightlifting side and grab some like competition plates, I would 100% do it. Renata asked singles for thrusters. I think that's the worst idea. I would definitely say standing tall, waiting, and then hitting a chunk.
Yeah, I think, I mean, you're trying to stay steady on your burpees and your cleans so that you can, I think, chip away a little bit more at your thrusters than you would be at your cleans. Like you might be
For
doing
sure.
small sets there.
I mean, given, relative low back usage in the first one, and then obviously we had the second one, do you think that you could also, since we're talking about percentages, potentially put if you're a top 10% athlete, I mean, we'll say everybody outside the, one of the 1% is doing singles at 135, top 10%'s doing, probably big sets, if not unbroken, at 95, and then, breaking it up at 115, 90 to 80 should probably do singles at 115, 80 to 75 and below should be doing singles everywhere. I don't know if you want to maybe relate it to that.
Maybe. I mean,
generalizing it a little bit, but
I mean, it's hard. I think it's hard to say because I think there's some really, really strong people that it's just a burpee workout for them.
It's a good point too. Yeah.
And so I think that's really tough. I think it just is how well do you I think it really comes down to what does your back fatigue look like over everything? Even more than your level. You can just look at it as, okay, can you do 12 unbroken power cleans at 65 pounds, right? Or 95, 65. The answer is no. Then obviously you're not going to go unbroken, and you probably shouldn't do any sets, right? You can't just go unbroken on the first barbell. Then you probably should really consider singles from the start, right? That means that strength is a challenging component for you. In my opinion, if 95, 65 is not an easy unbroken 12 reps for you as an athlete, then overall your fitness is probably in its early stages, just in general, right? You can probably just assume that athlete is more of a beginner. They should do singles everywhere, right? And you should probably split your thrusters in half or into 4, but we should never do single thrusters. I think that's never a good idea. But if the 12 at 65, 95 is not just ice cold, warm up, muscle clean, all 12 easily, not even a high heart rate, then you're probably their best bet's probably going to be to do singles because you're looking for later in the workout too, right? Do we see where they got, by the way? Did the girls how far did they get into the last barbell?
I did not see.
Let's see, there's reps up here somewhere. Here we go.
Daniel bringing up the question too, if you're average CrossFitter, how much time should 12 burpees take? I mean, that's in this workout, kind of a tough question. I would say if you can average, I mean, I think for the average person, if you can average close to a minute, I think that's decent. I mean, in a regular workout, 12 burpees in a minute's a slow pace, but just with the amount of burpees that we have here and the contributing fatigue staying on it, I think 12, maybe a little under a minute, but not much.
Where did the other, I know Olivia had 3 reps. Where did the other girls get? I have it at 10. Danielle was 10 back, so she had 274, and Ariel was 8 back at the buzzer.
So I mean, they were actually
they're right there. Yeah, so they're I mean, they were both. Ariel was in the thruster.
They definitely didn't look like it. That's interesting.
Right. All right, dang it, not James Hobart. That's sad. Okay, so I mean, I don't even know. So someone asked the top 75% into the last barbell. I don't know. I mean, they got to the bar. Let's see. She got to the bar at, let's just call it, it's still 85, 11 minutes. So I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough to determine where people should get. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I gotta chew on it for a little bit longer for sure.
Yeah.
Ask some questions, guys. We're gonna hang out for another 11 minutes or so. So if you guys have questions, make sure to ask them. Missed it by 3. Someone can do a workout. I love it in a deployment. Yeah. Also, very accessible workout to the entire world. Just a barbell and an 8x8 square, basically. I wonder if they had bar facing, and then because of Wodapalooza, he was like, let's just do lateral so they can run more blocks.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was.
I'm
God, but think about it as bar facing. It's even harder to finish.
Right.
Even less people finish this bar facing.
Yep. I think overall I like the workout. I think it would have just been cooler with power snatch clean or clean power snatch. It would have been way harder. Maybe if it was 9s or something like that the whole way through. But knee flexion is a huge thing. That's always been a big thing in CrossFit. I think we've just gone away from it for a couple of years, as people have alluded to. But thrusters in the last week of the Open are Dave's thing. That's just what he does, right? And it was probably silly of us to assume that he wasn't going to do it. So would you shoes if you really struggle in the thruster positioning, then it's probably okay. Like if you struggle to get in the bottom and like it's very grindy, then maybe. But that's a lot of burpees to pick your feet up over the bar.
Yeah. And I mean, if you think about it too, like, I mean, if they're getting capped in that third round of thrusters, I think, you know, really good people maybe get to that last round of thrusters. So you're looking at even less thrusters.
That's the
compared
lie.
to just so many more burpees and cleans.
Hold on. I got to stop you. There's no way that this was stated.
Yeah, no.
There's no way that someone actually wrote
and
this.
then they show all of the female games athletes not finish.
Yeah, I mean, cumulatively, their last 3 years in the CrossFit Games, like take out 24, they have like finishing in a totality or like an average of 4th place or something. So let's just be realistic here. Well, I have a good reel for Ben for the double under, like because it didn't show up and someone's like really excited, like double unders didn't show up, and then like the lights kick off and it's like quarterfinals is here and it's like the Undertaker's shadow, just like dun 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 dun, and it's like it's coming.
Some people will be very happy about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that is another good point. Yeah.
But they will 100%. I bet they show up in like that Masters quarterfinals workout where it was like 300 double unders, 75 power cleans.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I can't even imagine. So I don't see why we need them. I agree. Like if we're looking at balance, it's not balanced, right? But it's still a good workout. I like the workout a lot, right? You know, but would I say it's a balanced overall? I don't know. Probably again, I think we could have gone with power snatches here and it would have been neat. Like it would have just been a cool back and forth overall. So
I wonder if like for the tips and tricks, if they thought the workout was designed how you and I thought it was designed, CJ, because that
well,
probably is 9 minutes.
Well, no, then it's probably 7 because they're touch and going the whole thing, or maybe even 6. You know, like they're flying through it.
Yeah.
No, that we know who tested it, and not to jab Rafa, he's very fit, but he ain't that fit. The only way this would ever even be considered something like that would be if the barbell weight didn't change and it was just like 8 or whatever, 6 rounds of 12 and 12. So
one of my Montana gym friends is on our podcast. Hi, Chris.
I love it. What's up,
I'm
Chris?
famous.
You are famous. How do you recommend to do the burpees for a strong? Can someone ping Ben maybe to come on here before we get off? For a stronger athlete that won't struggle with the barbell, use the barbell to prepare for the burpees, right? Find a pace on the burpees that you know will not change. Okay. And so
workout 1 thruster at 135.
Okay, so obviously not the I don't think 75% is getting to the 3rd barbell then.
No.
Yeah, that changes it.
Yeah.
At all. Wait, so that's 1 thruster in the first round of it? Is that
yeah. So this has one. So it's 12 burpees, 12 cleans, 12 burpees, 1 thruster. So I mean 24 burpees, you're looking at like at that pace probably 90 seconds. 12 cleans at that point is probably almost like a minute, like if you're doing singles. And then if not a little longer than a minute. So, you know, that 1 round is a good like 3-minute chunk, almost like 2.5-minute chunk.
So this is going to be an interesting one, and I'll show my colors here on how I viewed 26.1. I like the workout, but I think it was arguably the most cheated workout to ever come to our space, because I think the wall ball and the importance of the wall ball there was high. I don't think there's anything wrong with the workout the way it was, but a cheated rep wall ball is arguably a larger percentage cheated rep as far as effort than any other movement in our sport, right? So you'll find it here. You'll find out here because you could theoretically only quote unquote cheat the thruster in depth. but it doesn't matter. Like you still got to squat pretty low to get it called, and it's still the same amount of reps. You can't cheat a burpee, you can't cheat a power clean. Even if you try to with the elbows, you can, but it's the same exact amount of effort.
Work, yeah.
The full effort is there. And so everyone that got their ass blasted on 26.1 is going to be so much happier with their results here relative to the totality of the CrossFit space, right? So
Very good
this
point.
this is a really good test for pure fitness. And it's going to show. So those that have worked hard, right, and that have really tried to put in a lot of effort for the open, they're going to really, you'll see your percentages relative to that first week are going to feel a lot better mentally about your ability in your, unfortunately, your identity as an athlete, which is silly, but it is how people feel, right? So dig in. This is going to be for everyone watching, right? I like Colton's watching, so everyone but Colton, this is going to be a 16-minute grind. Colton, good luck, buddy. Set the world record, burn it down, go sub 14. So all right, let's see what else. Maybe Show can message him. Show a message. I know you're watching. Show a message. Ben. Yeah. Jog the burpees. Yeah. Cross that. That's what you said. Jog the burpees. Yeah. The burpees.
I do. I think that it's going to take maybe some practice in your warm up, but I really do like the hit the power cleans, add a weight, hit your burpees. Well, no, I guess it would be hit your thruster. What did Ariel do? I'm trying to think of that.
So she, after the second set of thruster, she changed one side, did 12 burpees,
did the
changed the other side. Yep.
Changed the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
So
split
I
it. So
think
we split the
that's a
weight
good
change.
plan.
And then the burpeeing for everybody, and this is literally for everyone, 100%, besides the couple people that are going to finish this workout, the burpees are the regulator in the workout. They're the regulator. Like you have to be in control there. And so,
or everything is going to fall apart. And you'll
right.
be
So it's
just
100
standing there.
Right. It's 144 burpees. So your pace should be basically what you would do if you were doing 144 for time.
Very good point.
Okay. So like you just, whatever that is, if that's like a very, very like lower, like just a very methodical pace, that's fine. Because it doesn't matter what you do in round 1 or round 2. It's what's going to look like in round 3 and 4. Right. And if you're lucky enough to get to round 5, right, which James Hobart didn't, who's a multiple times games winner, right? Obviously, he's substantially past his prime, and there'll be a lot of people that beat him. But it is very much he's still a very fit dude. I mean, you have to, this is as a mediocre CrossFitter, kind of bummed that this is the third workout I need to pace. I don't even know how to digest that. Like, I mean,
I think they're just saying that they would have liked something that was completely accessible and very short, I guess.
But that's never
because I know.
Has it?
I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe
I think the theory, like that's a
and thrusters,
piece,
but
right?
short, small numbers, but like very low reps.
I mean, it is pretty short. It's 12. It's 12 is the whole time you get to. I mean, I don't know.
I think it's just the overall. Like, I think maybe if it was more like what you were initially thinking, if it was just the 3 rounds, then you maybe would go a little faster.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
But I think there's another great point in the comments about all workouts being paced. Like, and that pace is relative to the workout, right? Like but they are all paced. Nothing, very few things are a complete full send, unless it's like a 500-meter row.
I
got you, Ben. Here we go.
With the shirt off.
You look like you just tried to do the workout.
I just shot all the good and most importantly finished with the bad things that you shouldn't do in this workout, and I ended with
which are tell us
a set of 12 really fast thrusters because I think
that's
the thrusters on the first bar
because that's what you should do.
No, that's what you should not do.
Oh. And fast burpees, right? Like full.
Oh, I
full
did some
sprint?
really, really fast burpees too, and that's definitely going in the things not to do column.
You want to do that for 6 more rounds?
Say what?
You don't want to do that for 6 more rounds? Really fast burpees?
No.
No.
I assume like let me get my sheet, and I'm just like, I want to catch up on the strategy. Here's what I said. Here's what I filmed.
Cool.
For the quick tips, and I'd love to hear what you think.
Ben works out like every 5 months, and he looks like a fucking GQ model.
Say what?
I love you, buddy. I
Love you too, bud. Talking shit. All right. So things not to do: go really fast on the burpees, and also like jumping up the burpees. That kind of goes with it. It's like I think that's stupid. Another thing was don't worm down, and that's a big thing that CJ talks about. What?
Yep.
Ben's coaching strategy not no, Ben's coaching strategy not polished on a video. It's just like, all right, just I mean, like, don't do that. Maybe do this. But when we put it all together in a video, it looks like streamlined. It's perfect. It's clear cut. It's good. This is the raw. I like it. It's good.
Would you like to continue making fun of me, Dr. CJ?
No, I love it.
Can I get through this really professional list that I made?
Let's do it.
Dude, I like writing on sheets of paper.
There's only 400 people watching.
So few things that like came to mind, and obviously I was texting you guys about it, just making sure that I get it right. And after this, I'm going to go shoot my full strategy guide. But it's like the trap that people are going to run into is just going way too fast in the beginning, like every open workout, but especially this one, because the weights get heavier. The first barbell is going to feel really light. Those first burpees are going to feel really great. And you're just going to want to go fast. And then where we see a lot of people fail, whether they're an advanced athlete or a beginner, is if your pace drastically falls off, like cycle time per rep or how many reps you're completing generally in a minute, if that just starts to really, really drop, like you're going to get crushed. But the athletes who are able to go slow in the beginning and stay slow-ish and just like keep their pace throughout are going to be the athletes that tend to get a better score.
Yeah, I agree.
Start slow, finish slow.
Yeah, start. We'll say like start slow, moderate, finish slow, moderate instead of start fast, finish crawling. Because
right,
Ariel Lowen and Daniel Brandon. I mean, like they were
hurting.
slow. They were hurting. I mean, three of our arguably top 7, 8 fittest women on the planet didn't finish this workout. So I think I don't think anyone should really be considering like what they're going to do on the I mean, in theory, most people shouldn't really even be considering what they're going to do on the last barbell. Like it's an irrelevant point. Everyone's going to do singles. If you get to some thrusters, like if you get to a thruster on that 135-95 bar, like you're really fit. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty solid. But I think for most of us,
that's literally my only saving grace in this workout is getting to that bar, and I won't get to it.
Well, let's hear. All right, I won't do it. I was gonna make fun of you again, but I walked it back.
Yeah, we can save that for once I leave here in a second.
Perfect.
So I'll get through it. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Okay. So we already beat a dead horse. Don't go out too fast. Which means also not jumping up the burpees, especially when you're fresh, because that hip hop, the extension, that explosiveness is something we're gonna need for the thrusters. Don't worm down on the burpees. It's something I do all the time, and it kills me, especially when there's thrusters involved. Like getting down with your hips and then slowly coming down and doing a push-up negative, a worm negative, I guess, and then a worm back up. It's just going to fatigue that lockout that we're going to want so that we don't have to drop the thruster mid-set, ideally, right? So that's a big one. Lead with the chest on those burpees. And then another one, like, don't obviously just like add plates. Don't be like in the demo video they had. It was like he went from 115 and then switched out plates.
Nope.
Don't do that. As long as your gym has enough 10s, or if they don't, wait until they have 10s. Because I've even just demoing, it's like taking the plates off and then putting a whole new plate. It's just a mess. Don't do that.
So we said to split the weight change. So do your thruster, do one side, do your burpees, do the other side.
So to you finish the round, add a plate.
You'll do half.
Start your new round, add another plate.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So finish first round, add one plate. finish the next set of burpees in the
Yeah,
second round.
for the first round of burpees
No,
in the second.
that's I like that.
Yeah,
I like that
so
'cause-
it keeps you from bending over for a minute straight. Also allows a little bit of 2 breaks from the burpee, getting back into the power clean too.
I like that.
Then I
write
think
that down. Hold on.
the CrossFit quick tips are really on point today. I know you haven't seen it, but do you know what their suggested finish time was for the workout?
No.
Just guess.
No. Probably 12. Like 13 minutes?
9.
No, like 9
Do you think this is a
minutes.
9-minute workout?
No, obviously
For
someone
elite
messed,
athletes,
someone
yeah.
messed up. Yeah, I mean,
Maybe they meant to say 19.
right. Yeah. I don't know. Dude, the 9-minute thing is no bueno.
That's crazy.
Something or something changed last minute or something.
Had
like it
to
was,
have, yeah.
you know.
When I was like writing down what the workout was, I thought for sure he said that there was a 185-pound bar, and I was like, heck yeah, sweet. and then Patrick's like, it only goes up to 135, and I'm like, wait, what? And I looked at it, I was like, oh.
Okay, so
Okay.
the burpee suggestion that I kind of threw out there was like, it's the burpee pace you should assume is if you were just trying to do 144 straight, like whatever that is, that's probably the pace that you should just go with, whatever that looks like. Step up with the outside foot. Don't jump up.
Yep.
Don't lower yourself, and so on. And
with the step up with the outside foot, just to pull on that, is like, so I'm down, I step up the outside foot, the inside foot comes up, and usually it's a little bit behind. It's kind of like a stagger stance.
a little
and then
bit
you
behind.
like jumping with the outside leg crossing, like I saw the
I mean, what however you get over the bar easiest, right? And so the standard is just both feet are in the air. Danielle got a no rep at one point because that foot landed before the other foot came up. A lot of people will do what looks like a step, right? So if that's what you do, that's fine. Don't change your style.
Right.
A lot of people will also step in with the inside foot.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah, like you saw that a lot on the 25.1 where they step up with the inside foot and it literally looks like a step, and then they get over and they're just like barely off the ground. And so whatever feels most easy to you, I would definitely go over both of those styles in the video.
So okay, you're up and you take the barbell side foot and kind of just step over, and then right before it hits the ground, you kind of prance the final leg.
Yeah,
Is that
basically.
right?
Yeah, basically.
Interesting.
And so I know we were like going back and forth on the power clean. So that my like the subjective suggestion was, if you can't do the first bar 12 unbroken reps easy, fresh, and not feel out of breath, you probably should consider going singles the whole time, the entire workout. Percentages I think are really tough because it's really low for a lot of people, but if we had to put one, I mean, it'd probably be 50. Oh, Nelson left. 50% or so, if not less. So I think that's the gist, the prancing technique. All full tips will be in the WODprep strategy video, which will be released in a couple of hours. So
yeah, I'm about to go shoot it right now. We're gonna crush it, and I'll go over kind of the stuff we're talking about, and you're like, what is he saying? It'll have really good video to go with it, so that, like, I've never tested that, the prancing, like stepping over with the front leg and then like having the trailing leg barely get over. I'm gonna test that. Maybe that's why I'm not good at burpees.
That's probably it.
That's probably it. Okay, I love it. The other thing I said, and not everyone will have this opportunity, but like, make sure the clips you're using are clips that like how to work and handle. Like, there's a delicate balance between, a lot of gyms have just spring clips, but I've seen people literally take forever to get a spring clip off and on the bar. They don't know how to clamp it down. But then if you're like, oh, I want clips that aren't going to bounce, I want clips that aren't going to come undone, also very important.
Right.
You might want to use some like $high Oso clips or something like that. But if you do that, make sure
We're not sponsored.
Yeah,
practice. Take 5 minutes to play with the clips. Do some power cleans. Make sure the bar isn't going to slide. The plates aren't going to move. I don't think you can have any assistance with your bar at all, which would mean fixing the plates. Use dead stop weights if you have the option, for sure. Very important. But again, these are like equipment limitations are tough to go through. So the biggest thing that I would say is find some collars that don't allow the plate to move. You can also flip spring loadeds too. It helps because it kind of creates an angle. You put them in the opposite way, right? So like handle side in. And then just practice changing your plate. Practice pulling it off, putting the plate on, doing a couple power cleans or whatever, or a couple burpees, and then doing the other side, right? And you only change it twice, but I mean, it can take 30 seconds to 45 seconds extra if you're not efficient at it. So definitely something worth just going through and chipping away at for sure. Thrusters, I mean, again, I think it kind of comes back to if 12 unbroken fresh gets your heart rate up, you should probably switch it or break it up. I don't think we should anticipate trying to break the thruster more than twice on the first bar, maybe on the second bar for some athletes. If 12 fresh is not doable at all, then obviously you need to find sets that are manageable. Right.
So basically it's like, it's almost like it's like, I would rather you go singles and a little bit slower on the cleans so that you can potentially stay unbroken on the thruster, because
100%. Yes.
If you go fast on the cleans and then you burn out on the thrusters and then you have to take a 15-second break between a set of 7 and 5, that was stupid.
Yeah. Also thruster breaking is just such a longer break because it's a full squat clean. Now you have to pick up the bar from the ground again, right? So it's a wasted rep. Most people's back are going to be blowing up. For those that struggle with the back blow up, the strategy for the cleans is grip and rip, right? So no long setting, no long bent over the bar, chalk your hand placement on the bar so you can just grab and go. You don't have to set your hips aggressively for a light barbell clean, especially if you struggle with low back fatigue or the blow up in high volume hinging workouts. And this is going to be a high volume hinging workout because the thruster is anti-flexion, pulling the bar off the ground for the cleans and burpee. Where do we think quarterfinal athletes will hit? I mean, I think that just depends on the percentage. James Hobart got one thruster, so in the 135, so in the first time through. So I mean, he's probably, so what is that? That's 24 burpees and 12 power cleans.
He's still very fit. He trains with Josh.
So, I mean, I think the 25% mark is going to be somewhere in the mid of the second round, maybe early second round of the second bar. So probably somewhere in the burpees, power cleans, burpees of the second barbell. And that's the second time through. Somewhere like that. So like within those 20 reps or so.
So Tyler got to the thrusters. So we just had a guy go, Tyler Adams.
Yep.
He's pretty fit, but he got how deep into the thrusters? Almost finished the first round of thrusters.
Okay.
He's my arch nemesis. I'm just
kidding. Did he beat you?
A couple people are asking about wearing a belt. A belt would make me so panicky in this workout with the number of burpees and the breathing.
I'm keeping it on hand for if
nearby
and when my inevitable back blows up.
Right.
Like when it blows up,
use it when you need it.
When it starts blowing up, I agree. Maybe not wear it in the first part unless the first part's heavy for you. But for me, I'm probably not gonna wear the first part. And then it's like when that thing starts really firing up, I'll probably put it on, because I just know that if I belt up and wrench it really tight, a set of thrusters at 115 is going to feel a heck of a lot easier with a belt than without it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, I think this is definitely one of those times where, right, like the belt is okay to compete with if it's going to give you any competitive advantage at all. And so I think this is definitely one of those times that it's okay. If you're not efficient at putting the belt on and like you go over and you take a sip of water and you like do the thing and you wrap it and you strap it and then you go whatever. I mean, now like, was it really beneficial? So like you got to be quick with it.
Oh,
No,
man.
Kyle, we definitely never do a jump. We probably never do, unless you're just doing 10 for time, probably never doing a jumping burpee ever. Ever. We're always stepping up. The best part about the belt is the water break. Yeah, that's exactly 100% true. Yeah, unless you're Colton. Colton's going to sprint the entire thing.
Yeah, I mean, we just
Yeah.
watched nobody jump up.
Right. Yeah. So very unlikely that anyone else should. I don't understand. My computer goes through waves where like my text messages come through and then they don't come through. It's very annoying. Like now none of them are coming through. All right. Good. Ben, are you good? Any questions? Anything else you want to go over?
I'm taking some notes here. I mean, yeah, the main thing, I'm shocked that there's no double unders this year in the Open.
I mean, there's for sure a conversation for another time. No rower, no double unders, no toast to bar. Right. Those
Crazy.
are like, I mean, there's only not been toast to bar in one other Open.
These were like less complex workouts, and I was expecting this one to be like a long chipper with a 20-minute time cap or something or like a repeat.
It is.
What?
It is a long chipper with a long time cap.
I mean, 16 minutes, it's not that long. I don't know. And I say chipper, like a chipper meaning like you do one movement X amount of times and it's done. And then you do the next movement.
Sure.
Like more pieces of equipment is what I was thinking.
I guess it's technically a triplet.
If the main thing, so RX Marker is a sponsor this week. It is sad that there's no double unders because that's usually how I can hide my lack of fitness by being really good at double unders. But if you are someone who is probably going to make it to quarterfinals or you're shooing for quarterfinals, I would bet everything I own that double unders are coming, right? They're going to come. There's going to be definitely a jump rope workout, maybe even two. So right now, RX Smart Gear has like a huge sale. I guess we're going to call it there's no double unders in the Open flash sale.
That's
and
right.
if you go to RX Smart Gear, scan the QR code, or you can just go to rxsmartgear.com, use WODprep26, and you will save a lot of money. And supporting our sponsors helps us bring all the free content to you. So the free strategy guides, the emails and stuff, it really does mean a lot. Like I can't pay for Patrick. He's expensive. I can't pay for all the people on the team unless we have really good sponsors when we're making all this free content. So thank you so much. And go get, if you're a beginner, 2 ropes. Okay. If you're a beginner, the RX jump rope 2.0 with a 3.4 ounce buff cable, my favorite rope for teaching beginners how to do double unders. If you're an advanced athlete that can do 50 unbroken every time, easy peasy, then by far my favorite rope, I love it. It's the best rope I think on the market is the Evo G2 rope with an uncoated cable. Bar none. Best rope ever.
That's what I have.
Yeah, it is. We sent it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire.
So yeah, that's good. Yeah. So guys, if you want to go into the woes of the Open imbalance programming, head on to the podcast tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central Time, and we will talk all this shit. We won't do it now. Too many people can't talk this much when there's this many people on, so we got to keep it clean. But yeah, a big change. Dave definitely decided to go at it a different way. No rower, no inverted, no double unders. It's a big thing. I mean, there's been a rower in every Open since since it got released in 14 or 15, whenever the first row workout was. So it will yeah, I mean, I think this is there's thrusters and there was a lot of wall balls, so maybe a little more knee flexion, but this is a hard workout. In a silo, this is a great workout by itself, very accessible to all, which I think is really important, and that's definitely the theme of the Open nowadays. And those who finish and can continue moving the entire time are the ones that are gonna be the fittest, right? Hard to skirt the standard line on this one too, relative to week 1. So if you get a good score here, right, you're fit. You're super fit. So yep.
I just wanted to double check. I assume you can't do this, but like you can't have multiple bars, right?
Correct. You have to change your own weights.
Good. Because like that's always frustrated me when they've allowed multiple bars, and it's like the people who don't have multiple bars are at a disadvantage because they're not as rich. Anyway, it's good. One bar, baby.
Yep. All right. Good luck, guys. We're gonna sign off, Ben. Go crush that video.
I'm gonna go shoot some videos.
Sounds good.
Thanks for being
All right,
here,
buddy.
everybody. And
Right.
again, if you want the video, come to YouTube. It'll be up here hopefully in a few hours. But if you want to get the full strategy guide, meaning like the video, the blog post to go with it, all like the bonus videos, like we'll probably throw in some other videos about burpees and like all the extra little stuff, go to WODprep.com/open, and that'll put you on the free email list, and you'll get like the full digest of all of our tips and pointers for 26.3.
Cool. Yep. And if you guys are looking for some help, you want to join WODprep Academy or get on the inside, get more strategy, more coaching, more feedback, faster strategy, and so on. Best programming in the CrossFit space. Head over to WODprep.com/academy or just scan the QR code here next to WODprep and come join us. So
yeah. What are you guys about to go do? You guys are about to go hop on an in-depth strategy
like
call.
100-person Zoom call to answer.
And then on
questions
Sunday
to
morning, you do a redo call, right?
Yep.
For anyone redoing the workout?
Yep.
Someone
So
did ask about the redoability of this workout.
Oh
What
yeah,
are
I saw that.
your
I'd say pretty low. Like you gotta be, it just from the pure, like, unless it's redoable if you don't struggle with low back fatigue. If you struggle with low back fatigue, this is not a chance that you can redo this workout. The fatigue, the accumulated CNS like destruction that's going to come from this workout is rough. It's going to be tough. So, but fun fact, or I guess not fun. I'm definitely making quarterfinals. So I'm super pumped about that. Let's go, baby. I didn't make it last year.
Very excited for you, CJ.
I am. Hi, buddy.
Pre-congrats.
Thanks. We'll be good.
All right.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.
Peace.
Bye.